Yo, people, we back again, man. Red Pitch Podcast. Today I got some special guests with me, but like, share, subscribe before I continue. Let's get it into it. Yo, we back, people, man. Listen, you can tell by the smile on my face. North London derby. London is red and only red. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Arsenal 1. Brilliant tactical performance by Arteta today, must I say. You know, he channeled his inner Jose Mourinho and done what we had to do. Came away with the 3 points, man. But first, let me big up the panel. Scants TV, what's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yo, Dubs, LFC fan, what's going on? You're mute, bro. You're mute.
My bad, man. I'm good.
Cool. And today we got a debutant, Braid, Tottenham Hotspur fan. What's going on, man?
Pulled a hammy, so it's a bad debut today, boys. Pulled a hammy today. So, yeah.
Let me hear your. I'll go straight to you. I want to hear your thoughts on today's game, man.
You know what? I saw positives from us, but it's disappointing when you don't take nothing from it. Your tactics were good today. Like normally, I'm a bit harsh with Arsenal being a Spurs fan, but I think your tactics were you shout defense great. That left back, I'm not sure of his name, but he looks solid. Your back line is looking very, very strong. And we spoke about this before the game. I said you'll be fine without Rice. I did say, but I did think you start Sterling. But overall, I'm happy with our performance. But maybe our performance was good because you set out not to attack. So I don't know if we played good or you allowed us the ball. So that's the bit where I'm a bit trying to analyze. That's my only bit. I don't want to take too much positives from the game if we actually didn't have possession because you gave us possession. But I just want Solanke to score. I don't care. He needs to just quickly score, get the cobbles off. Because I think he can score goals, but the longer it goes on, the harder it's going to get. And I think hopefully we can get you in the rebound to just derail your Premier League push. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping, just like last year, you're pushing for the league and then we can come to your ground and mess it up.
Well, I hear that, man. Scans, listen, I know you had a few questions.
Great
there, so go on.
Think of Andrew's tactics, like in general, not just today, because I thought you lot played, like you said, I think you played well today. You definitely deserve something out of the game.
I love Andrew's tactics, but at times he has to be a bit negative. At times he has to close shop, and I know he wants to play attacking, and it's great. We love it. It's the Tottenham way. I know that, but at the same time, for us to make progression, sometimes you're gonna have to play a bit boring, so to speak, and know how to shut off a game. And that's been our massive problem. We create chances. He looks great. Ours don't get you no points. So every minute we're like, ooh, so close, but yet so far. My whole life, we've never won anything worth winning. Yeah. So I'm not expecting to win nothing major now. But last year I was happy with playing good football. I was happy with that. But now this year we need to make a transition to actually getting points, grinding some games out, looking a bit ugly at times. And I'm hoping that Levy gives him that time. That's the only thing I'm worried about. That will Levy get a bit, oh no, the fans are saying he's just a one-trick pony, he hasn't won a trophy, blah, 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 and then he sacks him and we're back to square one. That's my only fear. Or that he ends up leaving for a bigger club.
Yeah. And what about the summer? The signings you made this summer? You reckon happy with the signings or too many young bucks?
Do you know, realistically, we have to get the young bucks in because we can't compete with the bigger clubs. So you have to try a different way to try to compete, if that makes sense. So we could. I always have these arguments with people in groups I'm in. They said, "Oh, we could have got Haaland like years ago." I was like, "How? He only went for X amount of million." I said, "But he didn't want to come to Spurs." So even if a player costs 10 million, he's going to go to Spurs or Man City. He's going to go to Man City. So you have to look at a different way where people aren't looking to see if that can enhance your team. It may work, it may not work. But I think overall, I'm happy. We had to buy Werner, so that was from last year. We spent the money this year. There's a lot of signings that we converted from loans to actually full Tottenham signings. But yeah, overall, okay. I just want Slanky to score. That's what I want. Once he scores, I'll be saying, "Oh, great summer." But until he scores, it's not been a great summer.
Yeah, he should have scored today, though. To be honest with you, he had that chance. Just shoot.
That header I thought was in. To be fair,
no, not that one. I think it was unlucky with that. I think when
shot in the first half.
Yeah.
3 touches.
Yeah. 2 minute touches. Just take it out of your feet and shoot, man.
Yeah, you can't give Saliba that time, man. He's on you.
Yeah, to be fair, I have to respect that guy. I was like, nah. Last year I was like, no, he's okay. But nah, the boy is good, man. And both of them together, Gabriel and Saliba, they're class. I'm not even gonna hate. I'm not gonna be a hater. Your defense is looking solid. I ain't gonna lie. I just hope you haven't got enough to win the league. And that's about hate. Yeah, because now I'm a real hater. I hope you haven't got enough to win the league.
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. These injuries are just kicking in. Saka didn't look too good when he went off. I saw him. He was holding the ankles, holding the groin. So, boy, I'm hoping that.
I thought it was his knee. I didn't know what he was holding, man. That guy, when he goes down, you know what sort of injury he's got.
He'll be starting.
Yeah, you know him, innit? I think Sterling, when Sterling came on, he looked a bit lively. I was disappointed in Martinelli today, man. Every game that goes by, Martinelli he's disappointing for me. He plays with his head down too much, and he just looks a shadow of his former self. I really don't know what's up with him, man.
Bro, I think he's a sprinter. He's just a sprinter. You know, he had that one decent season for you guys, and to be honest, he's not done anything really since. And when was that? What, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
But you think the introduction of Trossard has made him a bit uneasy, and that's maybe why he can't fulfill that potential? Because before he had no pressure, so to speak, where he could play, but now he's like, Trossard's come and he's been like a grin, amazing, and maybe that's kind of made him feel a bit nervy, and he can't deal with pressure. That could be his problem.
But Martinelli's had more game time though. Trossard was getting the substitution appearances.
Yeah, but maybe in the back of his mind, just I need to do something today, because I think he needs to bench him and just say, look, you're number 2 now. Take
Are you saying he's mentally weak? Because pressure makes damage.
Potentially. And you know, these players, they all got like, different mental issues. Look at Dele Alli, Rashford's going for a terrible patch. They all, and it's all mental. I don't think it's a physical thing. I think mentally something happens to them, and it's just not their normal routine, and it just messes them up.
Yeah, I think it's very sad. I like to see Sterling just start on that left hand side now. Just
makes sense.
Sterling, yeah, and like you said, drop Martinelli for a bit. I don't know. Maybe he needs to go and do a bit more work, or perhaps even a loan overseas for a season, just to try and get some confidence back. Who knows?
So, where does that put Trossard if you want Sterling to start?
Just what he's been doing, really. Impact. Because Trossard off the bench, he's brilliant. Trossard is about, I think it's like 28, 29.
I think he's better than Impact,
than just being a sub, and I think he's done more than enough to actually start becoming a starter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think Arteta's in a lot. The main thing is that Sterling's actually a loan, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing that stands well for you guys. But I think Trossard might not be too happy if he's not given more game time as a starter. If he's the one who's putting in performances but only getting substitute appearances.
Yeah, exactly, man. We'll see, man. But I don't know. I just listen. As long as the results keep coming, I don't care who starts, mate. As long as people are performing. But in terms of performances, man. Go on.
Truthfully, though, how are you feeling? What is going to happen to Saka? Innit? I mean, have you heard anything yet, or
nah, nothing. I've not really heard. Nothing's really come out yet. I think what will happen tomorrow, we'll just see how he is in the morning. I think they're training tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, I guess we'll hear something around that time. What's going on? But all these injuries, Zinchenko, another injury. He got a calf injury. we're all dropping, man. Everyone's dropping. It's like whereas before they were talking about left backs. It's like, oh, you got loads of left backs. You got Timber, you got Calafiori, you got Zinchenko, you got Tomiyasu. Now all we got is Timber. Everyone's injured.
But to be fair, you lot had your luck last season with injuries, innit? So
yeah,
it goes you roundabout to get what I mean.
Exactly. It's coming to.
But the saving grace is the beginning of the season, where it's not good to lose points now, but you can make them up at the back end. I think the first 4 games. Look, I don't want to start with. I like Liverpool over Arsenal, so I don't know problems, boys. But they lost yesterday. Great. They lost, but they smashed Man U. So it'll be so early that after 10 games, I think it'll count more. Now it's just about, obviously, if you can get a nice bit of run of form, but injuries now are bad, but get them out of the way now.
Yeah.
Done and dusted. It's better now than when you're proper pushing for other cups and in the league trying to get a run, and then your players get injured. So maybe it's a blessing to get out of the way now.
Exactly, man.
That's true.
And obviously, segueing into Liverpool yesterday, Liverpool. I was surprised. I thought Liverpool would win. I know what you're saying, Dubs, earlier in the week that Forest are your bogey team, but I think the way I see you lot perform against Man United, I think I expected you lot to come out again against Liverpool. I know you weren't too happy, so I know you and Scance. Now
I feel I know probably thinking, here we go, but I do feel that international duty kind of slowed a little bit of the momentum. 2 weeks away from playing football with the actual team, it's just our players get used up going overseas, the traveling. We weren't 12:30 kickoff, thankfully, but at the end of the days, we were on a good roll, and I feel that the 2 weeks apart just kind of stopped it. But to be honest with you, Forest had a great game plan, a great game plan. They just done what most teams have done really over the last few years, which is do a low block. Do you know what I mean? And it was frustrating to see that we still haven't been able to punch through that particular low block wall that most teams will use against us. But I genuinely feel that Slot didn't think they were going to use that low block because he felt like, all right, I'm not Klopp. Klopp had his own style. Ours is different. Maybe the teams are going to try and play differently against us. Nah, Forest went straight with the low block and stuck with it throughout the whole entire game. I know that many times we were kind of like pressuring around the box and pushing the ball around. Then they'll do their man-to-man marking, which was kind of like pressing certain players on the ball. It was brilliantly done. Tactically, it was very, very smart by Nuno. And putting on the 2 quick attackers at the end of the game, towards the end, should I say, brilliantly done. We couldn't really cope with it on their counter. So yeah, man,
it worked. Are you at this stage of the season? Are you a bit disheartened by that result, or are you just?
When we were talking to you outside Emirates about over a couple months ago, should I say, it was one of the things where I said, look, I'm not going to put too much pressure on Slot because at the end of the day, it's down to the people behind the scenes if they're going to back him or not. But at the end of the days, I've seen great signs in the first 3 games. This was, I think, there's just a minor setback for a major comeback, I say. I think he's going to know now, all right, cool. Teams will possibly play like this with the low block. Now I've got to find a way of mixing the substitutions up or the style of play to make it work that we don't have to just try and do things spontaneously. Do you know what I mean? I just felt that tactically, I don't think the substitutions were correct. I think he got that very, very wrong on Saturday. He made a lot of mistakes, but at the end of the day, he's still new into the role for us. So I'm not going to be too harsh, but I just think it was just bad all round. But I do feel that the players are the ones who let him down mostly. It's the players.
Because I saw he took off. Obviously, he took off Jota and McAllister for Nunes.
Yeah,
and Bradley.
Jota, McAllister, and Diaz.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I understand they weren't playing so well, but 3 of those guys are literally game changers. 3 of them. So the thing is that all right, cool. I wouldn't mind you've taken off maybe 1 or 2 of them, but not all 3. And to put on 3 individuals that are at the moment not in the best of forms, yeah, I just didn't think that it was the right decision to do. And I think that tactically as well, when he got at the end, he ended up putting Gravenberch in the back three and then putting Trent into the midfield. Do you know what I mean? It just didn't really make any sense. It didn't make any sense to me with what he was trying to do. It was, I just feel that a lot of substitutions, it just didn't work. But I don't think he'll ever do that again.
Yeah. Scants, are you on the same kind of along the lines?
Along the lines of the Dubs as well. I think, like you said, I think he'll learn. I think when it comes to substitutions, I think he set the team out wrong. So rather than making them 3 subs, I think he maybe should have started one of 2 of them. So for me personally, I would have started with Nunes and started with Jones, because when McAllister comes back from international, he's always sluggish because all that like Dub said, all that traveling he does. He always comes back, and plus he was injured for the first game. So he played the first game, didn't really train, came on the sub in the second game. So I would have started Jones instead of McAllister, and I would have started Nunes. So at least they've got, 60 minutes to play with the team. If it's not working, then you can bring on McAllister and you can bring on Jar. Because to me, it's unfair to say Nunes and Gakpo are not playing well because they haven't really played with the team. They've literally played 20 minutes here, 15 minutes here with the team. He's played the same team for the last 3 games. A majority of them play the whole game. So, like Bob said, I think he will learn. It's just one of them games, man. It's 4 games in. We started well in 3 of the games. He's had a blip in this one, and we go again. We've got Milan on Tuesday, so quick turnaround.
I agree with you, Scans. They're right. I don't want to be too harsh on Gakpo and Nunes because they haven't really played. But the thing is that because of them not playing, you can see every time they step on the field, there's not that confidence every time they're playing. There's a type of feel or aura you can feel where it's like, all right, cool. When that player comes on, they're going to change the game. You just don't feel it from those 2 particularly at the moment. Yeah, it's weird to say it. It's weird to say it, but it's like, say for instance, if Chiesa was going to come on, the guy hasn't kicked a ball for us at all. But I know we're going to get something from him because he's going to be like, all right, cool. I'm at my new club. I'm excited. I just want game time. I didn't play with international games or nothing. I made sure I wasn't available. I just wanted to make sure I trained for Liverpool and I'm ready to go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I just felt that if he was on the bench, cool. If you weren't going to play him, that's fair. That's cool. But I just felt that there was I just didn't feel that with Gakpo and Nunes, they were going to go on and do anything in that particular game. And lo and behold, no, they didn't do anything in that game at all. They just, it was nothing.
Exactly. Before we continue,
what are you thinking about Jones right now?
One sec, bro. Let me just read this. Big up, Kaleem, man. I remember you, bro. I met him at the Community Shield last season. So big up you, man. But go on, continue.
Yeah, Scats, what are you thinking about Jones at the moment?
I think Jones has been unlucky, man. I think he's one of our best players of last 18 months, is it? That when he came in just before when we got 4th or 3rd. He's Jones' quality. I think he just gets a bad rep because people say he holds onto the ball too long and stuff like that. But you got to realise he was a winger, and Klopp's turned him into a new GD Wijnaldum. So he just needs to adjust again with the slots. Slot likes him. Slot plays
of course.
Summer. You get one. I rate him highly. You need them sort of players. Like a lot of teams look for these extravagant players, but you need them hard-working players who can just do a job. And he does the job.
The thing is, I actually like Jones. I'm a fan of Jones, but I just feel that he just didn't really do anything on Saturday. He just didn't do anything.
Again, but he hasn't played, has he? He's been injured. So again, rhythm. It's all about rhythm. The more games you play, the more rhythm you're in.
With your squad, though, you two, seeing the first 4 games, I think it's 4 games now, first 4 games, are you more confident now thinking about top 4 and a little push than you was before?
Yeah, well, my prediction was top 3 finish and cup. That was my
that was your prediction, in okay then.
Yeah,
so
and then from what I saw in the summer, gave me confidence as well because I thought our pre-season we did pretty well. It's not like we played little teams, isn't it? We played Arsenal, we played Man United. I know it's pre-season, but there's still Premiership teams, and you can see his pattern of play, and you've seen it in the first 3 games.
Yeah, I think he looked very decent, to be fair.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
what I mean. It looks good. Obviously, you go into the new season a bit skeptical, but then when you see the performance in those 3 games, you're like the guy knows what he's doing. Like, I mean, you set us out quality, 3 clean sheets in a row. All right, we let a goal in on Saturday, but it's not like Nottingham Forest are peppering us. That's probably the only 1 or 2 chances they had the whole game.
Yeah, the transition seems very smooth. It seems very smooth from
It's a brilliant finish as well. You know, get them in. The people are saying that, you scored a goal, but that was in the corner, hit the post and went in. You got to beat Allison. It's got to be a shot like that. So hats off to him, man. It was a great finish.
Yo, Cuz, I want to ask you a question. What's your expectations for Spurs this season?
To win the league? No. My realistic expectations, I would like expectations. I think we should get at least quarters in the Carabao, at least. Even though last year we got knocked out straight away, first round. Realistically, if the draw's right again, could be possibly the same in the FA Cup. And I do feel like 5th to 4th. Realistically, we should be pushing. We should be trying for 4th. I'm a realistic Spurs fan. You know that. Forget the league, get it. But realistically, our league is top 4. So if we can push, we should be aiming for top 4. If we come short, we come short. But that is our aim. So I'm top 6, 100% top 6. But I don't see why we can't get a 4th or a 5th. Because when the team plays well, it plays well. We can play football. But it's just that final third, like even today, no one wants to shoot. And I don't know if you saw the Newcastle game. 2 shots, 2 goals. Yeah, okay, 1 deflection. But they shoot. We pass back. No, you shoot. No, you shoot. And like no one wants to shoot. We create so much chances, but we just don't shoot.
Yeah.
There was a point where I saw in Dolgy when he went through on goal as well, and I thought all you have to do is hit it. He was 8 yards out, and I thought take your right foot, and then he wanted to pass it, and I thought, why would you do that? You know, you've got opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net, but you want to pass it.
Because what's the classic saying? What is the classic saying everyone says about us? Spursy. It was Spursy. I love my team, but it was such a Spursy thing to do. Just shoot. If it goes over, we go, ooh. But you've passed it, and it's like to no one. And this is our major problem. We've got creating chances, but we're just not converting any chances.
So what's your? Because I've asked Scants and Dubs already previously. What's your top 4 for this season?
I don't know first and second. I don't know if it's you or City because you love come. It's like it could be 3rd time lucky. I really hope it's not, but it could be 3rd time lucky. Yeah. And I need to see a bit more because no one's talking about Chelsea, you know. And if they get it right, they can. They've got a decent little team. If you can get it right, they can push for top 4. They're like the dark horses. And I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be plain sailing. I think Newcastle are not gonna get top 4. Eddie Howe might be gone by Christmas because they need to get Champions League. They need it. You get it. So if he doesn't do it, he's gonna be gone. I feel like the top 2. It's out of you. Okay, you get out of you 2 again. Liverpool looked smooth. I think the transitions have been smooth to me. So there's no reason why you can't actually be title contenders. But going on the last few years, you say it's out of Man City and Arsenal, and then possibly you lot 3rd and 4th is up for grabs. But I haven't seen anyone that shocked me for 4. We could get we're like way down now, but we could get a sneaky
Villa. You don't think Villa? I mean, I know Villa got Champions League football.
Champions League's going to kill them. I don't think they've invested enough, and I just don't think they've got the squad to do Champions League.
Newcastle's sneaking up though.
Yeah, but they got life today, and I don't know. I just don't think he's going to make it this season, and that's what's going to derail them because I just feel like they want a marquee manager that has the name to go with the money they've got, and I just feel like he's not going to be there to the end of the season. So I don't think they'll get top 4. Based on that, it'll just mess up their whole thing. They won't get top 4.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I just don't think he fits their image that they're trying to create, which is sad. He shouldn't be their image, but I just don't think he's the person they want to head them into being the new Man City, so to speak. And I still don't think he's the guy for. He could do it, but they don't want him.
Yeah.
I hear you on that. It's like with what Braid was asking before about Liverpool as well, it's just at the moment it's depth, and I think that's for Liverpool as well, Newcastle too. I feel that once anyone gets injured in their first 11, I think they're going to be in major trouble. And I like how Villa's playing right now, but again, I see it as if there's one or two key injuries, I think they're going to be hit. I think they're going to be hit quite big, to be honest.
Struggle.
Yeah.
And listen,
that those Champions League nights, like it's that when we first got Champions League, it's like, oh my god, is that being in the cup final? Do you know what I'm saying? So all those Villa players are going to be so up for those Tuesday and Wednesday nights that come Saturday, their form might dip because they're so high. It's gonna dip on the weekend. I think they're really gonna find it tough.
Yeah, well, starts this week, man.
They had a little touch with Europe. Was it last season? They were playing midweek as well, so they did get used to it, you know. So I don't think it's going to hit them too much. I just feel that with Newcastle, they just didn't play no Europe for many, many years, and all of a sudden they got top 4, and it was just like, oh, so now we're in. But then the midweek games, they just didn't realize that like the level is different now. You can't take any days off. So it hit them tough.
You don't think that that's going to do that to Villa as well? I mean, comparing, like, what were they in before last season? Was it
Conference,
yeah.
The conference, yeah. Conference, the Champions League, you know.
Do you know what? It's crazy to say it, but Villa have got some really good players, man. I mean, Watkins is good, but Duran, oh my lord, bro, he's a problem. Duran is a problem, bro. And the thing is, I remember when he scored the goal against us last season for Villa to equalize. He's a good. Villa's going to struggle to keep hold of him.
Duran, Rodgers, they got some good.
Rodgers is another baller as well. They're going to struggle to keep hold of him if they're not playing regular games. Do you know what I mean? But again, they're so good at the moment. If they take off Watkins, they got Duran. If they take off Duran, they got Watkins. You know, same thing. They got other good midfielders for Villa as well. They got a good amount of depth. I have to admit, it's quite decent. Would I say that it's going to be a push for a top 4? I think they could probably do it again for top 4. I think they'll get 4th or 5th.
Possible. But speaking of top 4, United, they've been hit and miss at the start, but yesterday weren't the greatest. Rashford finally on the score sheet since March. Boy, Mr. Braid, do you think United have got what it takes this season?
The thing with United, they've seen like they've got an endless pot of cash. Like they always spend. No matter what people say, oh, we haven't made the right transfers. They spend every year. They got money. I don't know how. There's no financial fair play with them. They just make money from China and all these other places. They got so much money, so they just keep buying. And they hit and miss. The year they came, did they win the FA Cup a couple of years ago? Whatever they done, and they finished the league. They finished that season really, really well. It was the season before last, and then they were just dire last year. I don't understand. Like they finished it off well, and I thought, oh, they're gonna be a problem now. This guy's got them working, and then this went terrible. So they're so hit and miss, like you said. I can't predict United no more. Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard. They've obviously got Inzertsky. He's looked okay, but
I don't think he's the guy to take them to the promised land. No.
Yeah.
He's not a goal scorer. He's a like a 9.5, isn't he? He likes to drop deep and link up play and have people running.
What do they need? Like
they need a goal scorer. They need a goal skill. They need a goal scorer. They need a proper midfield. They need to take Mainu at the firing line because
he's a baller though, that boy.
No, man. He is. He will be, but I think he's. I said it. And Man United fans won't like it. I think he's overhyped. He's good, but he's not as good as everyone make out. He gets overrun. He's not quick enough to play the DM because people run past him. He's not strong enough. He's good on the ball, but he needs to be at the firing line. He's doing too much, too young. They're putting too much pressure on him. For me, and look at him on Saturday. If Archer scored that penalty, I reckon Southampton would have won that game. Or got a draw at least, because Man United weren't looking that good.
No, up until then, Southampton was on top. Southampton was all over them.
That's what I'm saying. And they got Crystal Palace. They got Crystal Palace on Saturday away.
Yeah, they're good. Palace are a good team. They're a good team.
That's what I'm saying. You see him getting something out of Palace?
Southampton were disappointed, man. That first 30 minutes, they played really good football. Really good football. The pressure they were putting on United, they couldn't cope. They were cutting off the certain lines as well that United was trying to play the ball through the middle, similar to what Liverpool did when we was countering them at times. We put a lot of pressure on them to make silly passes. Southampton were doing the same. They just missed at certain times, man. That penalty that boy missed. If he took that penalty, I think if he scored that, I think they'd have been all right. You know what I mean? But I feel that miss, I think it dented their confidence after that, and they just couldn't get back over it, man. They were lost after that, completely done over, man. Disappointing in Southampton. They're going back down. I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. They're going back down.
Are Everton joining them?
1,000,000%. This is the first time I say in a long time, bro. They're going down this season. They're going down this. That's 2 games in a row. 2-0 up. 2 games in a row now. They've gone 2-0 up.
Yeah.
Losing it 3-2. Do you know how crazy that is?
It's bad.
Their fans have been in stadiums twice to see that. Going 2-0 up, thinking, yeah, today's gonna be a good day. Then to lose 3-2. Nah.
At least they're hitting the back of the net now.
Bro, but if I was a season ticket,
Calvert Lewin seems to be back.
Huh? Who's that?
Say that again.
You say he's coming back?
Calvert Lewin's getting a little rhythm again.
Yeah, man, but defensively at the other end, they're shambles right now, bro.
Well, surely, as a Liverpool fan, obviously, again, I'm going to talk from a Spurs perspective. I've said to I got a friend, me and him go back and forth all the time. I said the only time I want to finish above Arsenal is we finish first, they finish second, we finish fourth, they finish fifth, or we finish 16th and they finish 17th. Yeah, that's the only times that's the only time it really matters to me. But surely you don't want it'd be good for them to get relegated on paper, but you don't want them not to be in the Premier League.
They can't afford
your rival. I know they're not your mate, they are your rival.
Yeah, they're derby rivals, but at the end of the day is that I'm trying to understand what they offer the league. If you take away rivalry side, what does Everton offer the league? They don't give you good football to actually enjoy.
It's a shame, though. They started to when Dash first come in. When Dash first come in, they stepped it up, man.
Yeah, because that's what happens. New manager bounce.
Yeah.
New manager bounce. That's a real thing, bro. Players would have been like, all right, cool. Let me now put in the effort compared to what I was doing the previous manager. Let me put in the effort now to show that, hey, I'm good at this club. I wanna be here. Some of them players, you can tell, bro, they don't want to be there. They're done with trying to fight relegation every year. Every year they're trying to fight to stay up right now, man. Certain players, what Calvert Lewin was supposed to go somewhere else in it. Who was interested in him again?
Newcastle.
I don't
trust me. That boy definitely wanted to go, bruv. That boy definitely wanted to go. So you can tell he's putting in the performances now because he's saying, "All right, cool. Let me, yeah, exactly that. January's coming. Let me start putting the ball in the back of the net. Let me start showing I'm fit. I'm capable of actually, scoring goals. Because remember his injury list for the last few seasons weren't too great. So the thing is, if he can maintain his fitness, bro, if he's getting signed, he's going to be a
premium though. If for him to go in January, it's going to cost the team too much money if they're in a position that they're in.
I hear you, but bro, if Everton in relegation zone still by January, they're just going to have to take the money because, bro, they're literally building a new stadium. They ain't got the money to be haggling.
Yeah.
Imagine the new stadium will open, they'll probably be in Championship.
In Championship, don't say that.
No, but I'm dead serious. Think about it. They're about to open a new stadium. They're banking on Premier League money to keep that team going in the float. Them fans ain't going to be spending big money once they're in Championship. Ticket prices are going to go down. So that's going to hit them like a ton of bricks. So they're going to have to take the money for
all over again. They spend a lot of money as well. They spent money on stuff, and it's true. Doing that big stadium on the back of thinking you're going to be in the Prem and then in the Championship. This could be League One. So you can go Championship.
Under Ancelotti, they spent a lot of money, and that's what hit him a lot. That hit him tough. And don't get twisted, they made good money on selling my guy to Villa, Onana. They made decent money on him. Do you know what I mean? So again, who else have they got other than Brantwaite? That's the only guy next that they're going to be able to make big money. To be honest, he's the only one they're going to say, all right, cool. At least we can get maybe 50, 60 million on him. That's the only way that's going to help them out.
So who's joining Everton and Southampton then in Championship next season? Ipswich.
I don't want to say it, man, because I live there now. Do you know what I mean? I live in Ipswich, man. I need it to stay up. But Wolves, you know what's weird? Wolves are playing so well, but they just can't get the 3 points. But they have played well. They played well against Arsenal.
Yeah.
They played well against us.
The only bad game they've had really is Chelsea, I think.
That was
it. They just kind of collapsed.
Yeah, they just didn't show up in that game. But even today they did all right for just a few little highlights that I've seen. But again, it's just they've never been able to replace a lot of their outgoings, a lot of the quality outgoings that they've sold over the last few years. But it's possibly out of them and Ipswich, to be honest with you. But you never know. Leicester too. I don't think Leicester look that great.
Yeah. They don't.
But they got that boy still scoring goals, man.
Yeah, man.
I know about that.
Body.
JV, he still got the way he's sprinting past Gahey, boy.
He's quick still, man.
He's quick, man. You know what? You know what's crazy though? There's like we've seen so many players over the years, that were so quick with pace, and as soon as they got to their 30s, it just disappeared. But somehow Vardy, Walker, those two have always managed to keep their pace throughout the years. That you know how incredible that is, bro.
Even with injuries as well, normally it messes you up, but the injuries they just come back and he's still just as quick.
They're lightning quick. That's dangerous. That's dangerous, man. They were gifted. Those two were gifted with speed, man.
Yeah, that's the thing, but obviously City, when they went 1-0 down after what was it, a minute? Vissa. It reminded me of the Ipswich game when the same thing. I just thought, there's no point celebrating. There's no point celebrating early, and that machine, man, that goal machine, Haaland just, I don't know.
Will you play the same tactics you did against us against City next week?
Of course,
we have to.
Yeah.
Of course,
they have to.
They're going to play that against City. They're not going to.
The difference is though. I was going to say
you ain't coming. You ain't going to be playing, bro. You're defending, bro.
I mean, Rice will be back, which is a plus. Declan Rice will be back in there, but
that's fair.
They're
gonna look. Martinelli will start because he's got speed. They're just gonna long ball it and hopefully he runs on to the end of it. But boy, they're gonna low block just like how they did today.
Listen,
you
man,
can't. If you want to be the best, you can't do that. I know you got. I said
they did it last season, bro. They did it last season for what they was going for the title. Arsenal fans were happy with the defensive performance, bro. They'll do that again.
I was happy, man. Go to the Etihad.
Nah, you ain't happy. Your team was strong. No, bro. Your team was strong enough to go against them. In that game, your team was strong enough to go against them. You was smashing teams at the end of the season. You're not smashing them.
City though, man. It's City though.
Nah,
City's
bro.
You said this. You put them there.
Exactly.
And that's
you're never going to get over it now.
Mentally,
because they're just going to feel like, all right, cool. Like you lot are going to just tuck your behinds up and just be soft against us. You're not going to come out. Yeah. They know that now. They got that hoodoo over you.
I think if we've got like you said, if apart from Rice, I think everyone's still going to be injured. So for us doing what we did today, I can kind of understand it. Because if we kind of go for it, we're going to get opened up, man. But
sometimes you gotta play like that, bro.
Yeah,
sometimes I don't want to make it about Liverpool, but Klopp battled them every time we played them, bro. Sometimes you gotta take an L. There's times where we lost bad, like some bad games where we played against them at their ground. I remember there was like a 4-0 loss, 5-0 loss.
5-0 when who got sent off? Someone got sent off.
Mane got sent off.
Yeah. Yeah, and then during lockdown, I know we lost. Is it 4-0, Scans? I think it was 4-0.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think Salah scored a penalty. That was it.
Yeah,
but we got smashed. We got smashed a few times. But sometimes, bro, you gotta take an L or just put up a fight. There's been times where we go back and forth with City and we've won. Sometimes you've got to show them that you've got some steel and some fight about you, man, and then you earn the respect in it, and then they realize, all right, cool, we can't play the way we did last time. But the thing is, Arsenal, they just don't want to come outside.
I think that when we played them in the league last season, not the away game, the game at the Emirates, we did take it to them. Obviously, we won 1-0 in the last minutes with a deflected goal, but I think that performance did prove we could go toe to toe with them, if anything. But
that's what I'm saying, bro. And that was at the time when you lot were playing defensive at that beginning of the season. Second half of the season, you were smashing teams. You were on the trajectory. All you had to do is just go there and just play them, innit? Same way you lot was doing to the other teams, and you lot just didn't do it, man.
Yeah, but look at City this year. They're playing well without Rodri. And remember the narrative that no Rodri, no win for City.
Yeah.
I don't even think he played on Saturday either. So
Kovacic has been balling out, man.
That's what I'm saying.
He's been
Gundogan's back. And then think about Arsenal going away, innit? They're going away to Atalanta on Thursday.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's a Thursday game.
Yeah, we got Thursday Champions League game. There's games. There's this week. There's Tuesday games, Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
So Europa.
I think it's
they're
the following
Thursdays,
week.
right?
No, it's the following week.
They run the. So they don't do them on the same weeks no more then.
No, I don't think so because there's so many games, isn't it?
Okay.
The formats change and all that, innit?
Yeah, the teams
season's gonna go on long then.
Yeah,
right, it's just about money.
They're playing Carling Cup this week, isn't it?
Yeah, but the season's going to go on quite long then if you're going to have certain teams playing 1 week in Europe and other teams playing another week.
Champions League doesn't finish till February. Like the group games and the playoff games. I need to understand then
teams are playing Carabao, is that what you're saying this week?
The teams that are in the Europa, their Carabao Cup games are this week.
Okay.
So
quite a few teams will get a midweek rest then, really, compared to teams in Europe and whatever.
And no, unless they've been knocked out, everyone will be playing this week, isn't it?
Everyone being Carabao.
Cool.
So we're playing Thursday away in Italy, then Sunday
fixtures
away at the Etihad. So
you're away as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's 3 away games in a row then for you guys.
Yeah, and City 3 home games in a row.
3 home games.
So
yeah, but the flip side, end of the season, you're gonna have those home games.
The home games, exactly. I'd rather have them now. So come the business end, we're playing Spurs at home, Villa at home, City at home. We're playing all these teams at home. So I prefer the business end. But before we head out, I just want to chat a bit about Sancho, man, because he impressed me when he came on yesterday, Sancho, I don't know if you lot saw the game, but Sancho, man of the match. He came on and he just balled out. He looked like a different player compared to what we see at Man United. I think Chelsea could bring back the old Sancho this season, man. On the whole, Chelsea looked they looked all right. We saying, Scans?
I don't reckon.
What about Sancho?
I think he looked comfortable. I think he looked all right. You can tell, like even in the interview after the game, he just seemed happy. There was a bit of confidence in him. The way he spoke about how he's enjoyed it, how he's felt welcome at the club since he's been there. He's a London boy as well, so you can tell he's kind of been homesick. So just being in London with the family, you can tell it's helped him. I think that's what he needs. Just that Ten Hag, it just felt that guy just didn't instill any confidence in players, man. And even now, I watch some of the games with certain players and just feel like they're not there. Like he'll continuously play Rashford, but Rashford, the confidence isn't there. Sometimes Rashford is not even taking on players. He's not. He don't look like the same kid as I remember the last few years. We always know he has a purple patch, but he still has ability. But it just seems lost now since Ten Hag's been there. But with Sancho going Chelsea, I see a striking difference. A big difference.
Is it? I think
there's less pressure, man.
Is the deal only a loan deal? Is it with intention to buy?
Obligation. I think 25 or 35 million.
Okay, so okay.
But to me, like you could have the same problems. Like, look how many players are at Chelsea.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is he gonna start week in, week out? Is he gonna start throwing his toys out the fan if he's not playing? You get what I mean? It's like, and he's not quick enough for the league as well. That position, he's not.
I generally think he will make a position of his own. I don't think Mudryk offers a competition. I honestly feel Mudryk's done. He's done. I think he'll probably get loaned out in January, maybe sold next summer. I think probably going to Italy would do him well, or probably going out to France. But yeah, I think Mudryk's done. I think he's fully done. He hasn't offered anything since he's been there. Sancho will definitely get a spot. João Felix will play more of a 9 or a 10 when he gets onto the pitch. So if you're playing
Neto as well and Kunku, they got
very good attacking talent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's what I'm saying. How are you going to get all them players? Keep all them players happy?
Maresa's going to have to just do what he's told, bro. The guy ain't got. He's just gonna have to put. He's just gonna have to do what he's got to do. I see. Look at the way I see it with Chelsea. They like having the stars, the big names, right? So I can see Mudryk being told to roll. Madueke, I think he's a decent player, but I think they'll move him on. Because at the end of the day, you're either gonna make Palmer a 10 or in Nkunku a 10, or you're just gonna put Palmer on the right. There's gonna be a couple that are gonna go next summer, bro. But Maresca, I don't know. I don't think he's going to last.
Boy, another one at the door, you think?
Think about it, bro. Like, it was a 1-0 win. Have Chelsea looked convincing to you at all?
Yeah.
No. Apart from the Wolves game, no, not really.
But it's the thing. Wolves are in relegation zone.
Yeah.
You're in the relegation zone, so that's you kind of expect it right now. Yes, Wolves have been playing okay, but again, they're not in a good way. They're not in a good way. But the thing is, Chelsea don't look convincing to me. Defensively, they look very, very suspect. The Sassy is awful. I don't know how that guy gets on the field, bro. I don't know how he gets on the field. Chelsea should be playing Tosin and Fofana. That should be their backline, but somehow the Sassy keeps getting played, and Badishile, another terrible defender, bro.
He's horrible. I like Gusto.
He's the only one I would say is very, very good. That is a very good signing. That's a very good signing for him. But
and what about is Reece James injured again as well?
Bro,
I swear
he is part of the injury tier as Diaby, Naby Keita, Ox. Yeah. Wilshere.
Darren Anderton.
Bro. Signal. He's with them guys now. He's in that Hall of Fame with those guys right now.
I feel for him though, because he was going for a good run, and
yeah,
bro, he's quality. James is quality.
What's the injury?
It's always his hammies, isn't it?
Everything.
This current one's muscle.
Yeah, it's hammies, isn't it? It's always his hammies.
Yeah.
I don't think he hasn't played 30 games in a season in the professional career.
Wow.
No more than 30.
He hasn't played 30 games in a season.
Wow.
In his professional career. I swear that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I swear I heard that stat.
It's sad though, because
he in 2021 he played 32 games.
That was for Wigan, wasn't it?
He got there.
Wigan?
No, Chelsea.
Wow.
No, 2021 he played 31 times with Chelsea. And then the 21-22 season he played 26 games. And then that's when the injuries kicked in from then.
And how old is he?
24.
Isn't it?
He's still young.
Yeah.
Young, man.
25 in December.
And potentially 2 seasons no football.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Potentially. But I like Reece, man. But yeah, he's just out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a funny old season, I think. Another one. Exactly. You know what? I know you said before we go, but you see, again, I'm very fair. I don't think that's the yellow card that your boy got, your left back.
Timber.
It's not a yellow card.
What?
Yeah, I agree.
They said he put his foot on the ball and it rolled off. Exactly, it rolled off. It's not a yellow. And they said
I think it's a yellow.
Why?
But from what I saw last season, when I saw the Jones do the similar thing, that he got red carded. He got the yellow card was rescinded, and they gave him a red instead. You see what I mean? But I thought it was a yellow card because it was just he had his foot high up. He wasn't in control. So he's just fortunate that it did slide down the player's leg. It just didn't go through. So he's lucky on that end. Very, very fortunate. So that's why I'm saying I thought that, all right, cool. I saw our player get a red for the exact same thing. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
I agree.
it's a yellow.
But don't you think it's hard? But we've all played football, and when you put that, if you put your foot on the ball and roll it, it's gonna your foot goes.
Yeah.
So to see you not in control,
To me, that was a yellow. He didn't go. He went to tackle. The difference is you're talking about if you're trying to protect the ball and drag it back. He went for a tackle like that. There's a difference. He went to tackle him like that. That's why it's a yellow. It's not. He didn't intentionally go to obviously go over the ball.
That's for me. Yeah,
he went to block the ball. So that's why it's a yellow for me. He tackled like that. He didn't try to control it get his body.
I'm gonna be a bit controversial for you as well, Cav. But Timber should have got another yellow card, right?
For grabbing the keeper, and he booked the keeper. He booked the keeper. I was like, what's going on here? Hang on. He grabbed our goalie and he
gripped up your keeper. Somehow your keeper got booked. How does that make any sense?
Keeper went for him first, man. You know what I'm saying?
Huh? Yeah, because the whistle went.
Verbally, he didn't win.
Listen, there was a lot that referee was on. Even I didn't think Bentancur's one was a yellow either, to be fair. I don't know if you
once
remember
he gives one, he's like he got trigger happy. Everyone's getting
Yeah.
But I was listening to the commentators, and they were saying about, the second yellow. Don't you think it should be like if you're on the first yellow, the second yellow should be like a higher tackle? I'm like, no, yellow card,
yellow exactly.
The second yellow should be like it's a serious challenge. No, a yellow is a yellow.
Arteta should have got booked today as well, man. Coming out of his boxes usually.
Do you know what's crazy though? Like, take my bias aside though, and my hate for certain clubs, but I feel like with derby games, especially like the North London derby game, I feel that certain tackles should just be allowed. Not crazy ones where a guy's going to be completely injured, but simple little small tackles here and there. They shouldn't be carded for that. Allow teams, especially the ones that are, the bigger teams, the ones that are trying to compete for the championships, trying to compete for the trophies, allow them to play fast, attacking football, aggressive football. This is what fans want. This is what we like. At the end of the days, I guarantee there was a lot of viewing on this game today because everyone wanted to see a back and forth against two of the best teams in the league. It's like what they did with Liverpool and City a couple seasons ago. They literally just let everything go. They didn't allow They didn't do any bookings or anything. I think the only thing everyone was angry about is because they allowed everything, and it's only when Haaland pulled back Fabinho, City's goal got disallowed. And there was a lot of people disappointed because it was like, oh, well, you allowed everything else in the game. Why didn't you allow that? You see what I'm trying to say? But the thing is that, take that aside, they should have just allowed the game to play, man. The tension's always going to be there. It's a battle. Do you know what I mean? It's the battle for who's North London's best, who's the best of London. Just let them play. I think the referee was just too trigger happy, man. He's too trigger happy. He ruined it. He just ruined it.
Yeah. I hear that, man. Listen, before we're out, is it anyone else wanna speak about before we head out? Any questions?
So what you saying for this season then? Where do you see yourself this season, coming in the season?
For my club, listen, from the beginning, I've always said that it's I've always said that I think this is our year. I know City, I've still got the fear of City, but I kind of got deep down, I've got belief. I think we're gonna do. I think third time lucky. I think we're going to do it, and I'm also putting it here. I think we beat City next weekend as well.
I'll be tuning. I'll be here next week.
I'll be here. I'll be here as well, bro. I'll be here, innit? I'll be here.
I think we win, man. I said it.
I tell you this, bro. If you lot lose next week, that's gonna dent your confidence, bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
We kind of after that we got a decent run. We kind of bounced back against like Leicester, Southampton. So we got a nice calm set of games coming up after this City game, man. All winnable games.
We'll have to see how you do in Europe now. With your squad, because now Arteta's got to use the squad now. He's got to fly the team back as well, and then take them up to Manchester. It's going to be different. That's why I think you're at a disadvantage next weekend, bro.
I think the injuries came at the worst time.
Yeah, I don't. You know, you got to hope that Saka's all right. But yeah, Haaland is in such goal scoring form right now that both your defenders are gonna have to put in some work, bro. Some real work.
Saliba's got him, man. Saliba's had him for the last 4 games.
Yeah. Come on, let's be real. It's not been Saliba, it's been Gabriel. Let's just keep it real. It's not been Saliba, man. It's Gabriel that's kept him on lock.
Last season at the game at the Emirates was Saliba, bro. Saliba had him on toast. I'm confident. Anyway, whichever one was standing.
Saliba is quality. Don't get it. Saliba's been quality, but your main man marker for the solo strikers always been Gabriel, bro. Let's just be real. Just keep it up.
I feel Gabriel gets too clumsy with it, though. I feel so. I don't know if he's the right guy.
He's got the bozo gene in him, man. No, but look at it. Look this season, right? How many realistically? Aston Villa, he made that mistake. Obviously, got away with it, and then against Brighton, the Brighton goal, that was his fault. You get what I mean? So he's played well. Don't get me wrong; he's a quality, but you just know he's got a mistake in him. Like you don't think that was Saliba. Gabriel's the one. Like he gets too tight to players sometimes. You get too tight to Haaland, he rolls you. What happens? You get what I mean? So he's the one I would target.
That's why you saw, though, that's why you saw at the game at Etihad, especially. Haaland, he kept gravitating to Gabriel. He was running. Saliba was chasing him, but he was like you know what I'm saying? Because he knows.
But I think most teams would do that. I think Gabriel's the one because he knows he's hot-headed. He wants to be on the front foot. Yeah. But there's certain players you don't do that against. So he's the one, man. I think he's the one to target. I think that's what Pep would do, man. He's the one to target.
Yeah, for real. And who's Spurs got next week?
Don't matter who we got.
They're at home.
Brentford.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
First they got Spurs got Coventry first in
Coventry away.
Coventry
away, then Brentford home. Well, yeah, we should win that game.
I wanted to ask quickly. I keep thinking, man. Spence, pre-season, Spence was all right, and now he just disappeared again.
He was on the bench, though, no?
I'm not even sure if he was on the bench. Has he played? Has he featured this season at all?
But where's he going to play? Who's going to play ahead of?
I know. Porro's good, man.
Porro's going Man City. That's the problem. If Pep stays, Porro's going Man City.
Ooh.
I've seen it all already, man.
Yeah.
Walker's last year. If Pep stays, does the extension in the summer, Pedro Porro takes Walker's spot. We've got no right back.
No, I don't think so. They'll just stick Lewis there.
Rico.
I hope they're right, but I got a feeling they're gonna take Pedro.
My big thing is if Pep goes, Arteta goes City.
No way, he could never snake Arsenal. That'd be no.
I don't think he goes there.
How many other Arsenal players have done that?
No. But if Pep goes, then he can definitely win the league, at least with Arsenal, and win it there, and then go maybe. But he can't just jump.
He'll go there. He just signed a new contract. So
I don't think he goes City, man.
They get compensation. They also get compensation.
Unless we sack him first. I don't see him leaving Arsenal to go City.
That'd be worse than Sol Campbell.
But I'm not leaving next week.
Me again, the weirdest Spurs fan you'll find. I got cussed in the group the other day again. I said they kept talking about this Sol Campbell thing. I said, look, listen. In my opinion, he technically actually did do nothing wrong. Hear me out before you kill me, before you cut me out of the group. he was our best player. He's our captain. Going to the England squad, we don't want to negotiate a new contract. It's unheard of. They left him on pennies. We'll talk soon. And then when you wanted to talk, he's like, nah, you took me for an idiot. So I'm gonna stay in London. I'm gonna go to Arsenal and win some trophies. And that's what he done. And everyone's like, oh, he's a Judas. But if you don't treat players like that, Harry Kane was getting a new contract every month. And they treat him properly. They don't do it to certain people. So I feel like they didn't treat him with the respect that he deserved. He's a bit weird.
Ambitious. He's been ambitious at the end of the day. He's gone to a club where he can win trophies. Like,
if we dealt with him properly, though, he may have signed a contract. But you can't tell someone who's the best player, oh yeah, we'll talk in the summer, like 1 year to go. We needed him. We couldn't afford to lose him, and we lost him. And there you go. So I don't know.
Safe. That's a similar thing we done with Ashley Cole, man. Only we offered him like 55,000 a week contract.
You lot gave him 60. You shook hands. He went on holiday. When he came back, he said, "Oh yeah, actually about that 60, bro. You have to go to 55." You're like, you can't shake a man's hand and tell him 60 and then 55. That's cheap. That is feisty.
Yeah, I know. But listen,
and if you call him Ashley,
Ashley,
he went to 60,000. He didn't get 100. He got 60,000. The 60,000 he agreed with you lot. Shocking. Ashley, but thank you for having me, Lee. Thank you so much, guys.
It's cool, man. Listen,
I enjoy watching.
Boy, come back, man. Come back whenever.
I'll be here next Sunday still.
Yeah, man.
And like Birdman, you know.
I'll be celebrating again next Sunday. Trust me.
Okay, I'll take that.
Pin this. Yeah.
You better hope that Haaland doesn't hit a hat trick on your head.
Listen, I didn't think Haaland was playing because Haaland's uncle passed away, and he didn't train or whatever, and so I took him. I took him at the captaincy of my FPL. I thought, I was saying, I put Salah as my captain, and look what happened. I was saying, well, it's crazy. But guys, listen, thanks for joining today, man. It's a good chat, man. It's a good chat today.
Thanks for having me.
No worries.
See you all next week, boys.
Man.
Thank you.
Everyone, like, share, subscribe. Well, we'll be back next week, in the week possibly, when Coventry beat Spurs as well. Might be back for that. So
it happened last year, so
yeah, cool, man. All right, guys, peace out, man.
All right, later.
Bless. Yeah.